guess what? You get it. When you want it, you get it. Hard to imagine that that is actually the case in this wild world we call home. That actually the things you want are attainable. And there's a lot of, the world is spry, let's put it that way. There's a lot of things around us that suggest that you're not supposed to get what you want. Not too much, just enough, you know. Don't gravitate too much towards your desire for everything. Notice that you don't always get your needs met, and you better just expect that it's all gonna kind of fall apart if you want it too much. I mean, that's the key message, right? God forbid you want it. God forbid you want it. We kind of train ourselves into that message in our lives sometimes, expecting things to go sideways when things are great. Noticing that not everything is exactly the way we mapped it out, so therefore, shouldn't have wanted it. Better be ready to be disappointed. Better be ready to call bluff on Goddess. She promised me everything and she didn't deliver. Now, here's the thing to notice about that. Well, Goddess is always able to do everything that we ask, actually. Goddess is present for the whole enchilada of the adventure. She notices that growth is a part of it, maybe the most important part, really, because we kind of are like Athena. Technically, spiritually speaking, we're Athena, born out of the head of Zeus. She's fully formed and ready to rock. So the sense of needing growth is actually not always the case. Not to say growing is bad. I like growth. And I don't want to just keep growing. I want to get there. I want to find the juicy thing. I want to move toward what wants to be. I want to explore the nature of all things existing simultaneously in the field at one time, ready for the plucking, like apples on a tree. The top apples, now that's what we're trying to reach, right? Yeah, we can reach apples down on the bottom of the tree, but do we have a big enough ladder to get to the top? Maybe that's the question. Because certain things we can have, you know, beautiful latte. Oh, that's nice. Beautiful walk. Stunning piece of artwork that someone's inspired to gift us just when we're pinching our pennies. You know, those are all actually riches. That is the truth. I mean, honoring and noticing that those are the riches of life is actually a big, important thing. You know, it opens the way for that ladder to extend. So I'm not suggesting that the little riches aren't worth it, and there's more. So how do we get to the top of the tree to pluck the juicy ripe apples way up there? You go home inside. That's actually the key. You know, you can do mantras all day long. Good. Those are actually exceptionally helpful. You can meditate and connect with the infinite field. Also very helpful. Well, what's the real purpose of that? Is it to zen out, or is it to actually reconnect with the inner sanctum so that you can be a force that pivots things around you versus being thrown around, dancing on the breeze, trying to hold your own in a sea of trouble, which life seems to deliver sometimes. So frequency is really it, right? We're talking about frequency is the issue. And we could talk about pivoting thoughts too. But how does that happen? Happens when you align to your true nature and you expect the best from being who you are. That's the secret, actually. Expecting the best from being who you are. Not thinking, well, the moment I show Aunt Sarah that I'm a lesbian, you know, my whole world's gonna fall apart, so I better keep that to myself. I better not tell anybody. I'm a total weirdo. I'm a channeler. I'm a healer that uses non-traditional methods of healing. You know, I use energy. You know, you might have a family member who thinks that's weird. It may take you off the trail of who you really are long enough that You lose touch with the top apples. Your ladder may not extend as far. And the key ingredient is, as Jimi Hendrix would say, let your freak flag fly. I'm serious. We live in an age of opportunity for us to be well expressed. And, my darling, I know that you see yourself in the mirror and think, God, there's just too much of me here for this planet to arrive in my field. But you know what Gaia promises? That the whole enchilada of your trust fall with the universe is you trusting in you to be who you are and express your needs, desires, aims, wishes, gravitate towards people who will align with those, and maybe away from those who don't. Stop trying to impress your parents. I'm not saying you don't have great parents. Some of us do. And they're not going to be able to take you over the next hill. You got to do that inside. And you can't get Aunt Sarah on board with something she's never going to be into in the first place. So why bother? Your ripe apples are ready for you. And you just need to say one thing. I am. That's it. I am. And you might add on, and I will be forevermore me. With no reserve, with no shame, no apology, no abandonment of yourself. True love incarnate is yours to provide for yourself. And you notice when you do that, it's all around you too. You get plenty. And when life is scheisse, what do? We go on a walk. And you talk to your angels and your spirit guides and your inner self. And you say, look, I don't know how I'm going to get through this, but I know that you think I got this handled. And I'm going to trust in that to some extent. But I need some evidence. Just ask for it. You will receive that. You will notice that Goddess is there. And she's showing up in every way she can. If you show up in the way you can, just be true to you. All right, blessings to you. And I hope your operating procedure for the day is to trust yourself. Bye for now.